Welcome back for a brand new episode of Let's Talk on Blue Ridge 11. I'm your host, Chad Landers. Thanks for checking out the show once again. It's episode number 8, and we are officially on to the winter season now. And that means all new sports to focus on and all new groups of athletes to catch up with. So let's get right to it. My first guest broke 9 records during her high school career at Warwick. She is a 7-time state champion swimmer and was inducted into the Warwick Athletic Hall of Fame in 2018. She was the definition of domination. Please welcome to the show, Warwick Hall of Famer, Emily Cameron. Emily, how are you? Thanks so much for coming on Let's Talk today.
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm excited. In all of my years here at Blue Ridge 11, which is now over a decade, we've never gotten to talk. You know, our careers kind of just missed each other towards the end of yours, the beginning of mine here. So I'm happy to have you on, excited, got some fun questions, but we always like to start with, what are you up to these days?
I currently coach for a local swim team here in Athens, Georgia. And that's where I reside, and I have been here since I came here for school back in 2013. And I also work for Johnson & Johnson as a lab analyst in their microbiology department.
Okay, we have the Johnson & Johnson plant here in Lidditz, where you grew up, so that's kind of cool. I thought I read something about you doing some triathlons at some point after college. Are you still doing that? And can you tell us how that became a thing?
I started doing triathlons my last year of college, trying to transition into something else after swimming was over. And I've kind of got away from it at this point in my life, but I can't say I'll never return to it. I just wanted to get into something that would kind of, encompass the sports that I really like doing, which at the time was swimming and running. And then I just kind of had a bike that my uncle had. And he let me use it for triathlons, and so put all 3 of them together, and you got the race. So yeah. That's
cool. All right, so swimming, Olympic aspirations, anything like that still around, or is that kind of over for now?
For swimming or just in general?
No, swimming. We want to check in on your swimming, career.
Yeah, no, that's gone. That's done. I'm retired from the sport.
Retired. All right. You had to use you're so young to be retired from anything, but it's all right. All right. Well, then let's move into your high school career, because that's a lot of fun to talk about. And you got those 7 state gold medals there in your trophy case in your time at Warwick. It was a pretty dominant 4-year run for you. And we'll talk about that. But let's go all the way back to young Emily Cameron, when you were just coming into high school, your freshman year. Was there any big expectations on you, or did you kind of get to burst onto the scene naturally? How did that go for you?
I think there was maybe a little bit of expectation. I think I started to improve on my swimming skills when I was in 8th grade. I think that's when I started to see just a little bit of an upward trend in my results. And so I think it did bring a little bit of expectation. But I mean, it exceeded it well beyond what I would have ever thought, especially later in my high school years and into college.
Did I see that you were named the PA Swimmer of the Year in your freshman year?
I believe I was, but
that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it was definitely an honor to be named that, and it was quite a freshman year for sure.
Okay, all right, and so you kept going with Warwick, but at one point you kind of switched to like homeschooling or like cyber schooling, as they would call it now. What year was that, and can you tell everybody kind of why you had to do that?
That was my junior year. I decided to cyber school in order to give myself maximum time to train for the following summer, which was when the 2012 Olympic trials for swimming were going to be held. In hindsight, I don't think I would have done that if I could do it again, but nonetheless, it was a learning experience.
Okay, it just didn't kind of work, or what didn't you like about it?
I think I could have still handled being in school and training. At that point, I don't think I was at the peak of my swimming career, and I think I had, just if I had spent a little bit more time, there could have been more balance between in school and training as well.
Okay, I'm always fascinated with the Olympics. So you got to kind of partake in the 2012 U.S. Olympic trials. What was that like for you? It was exciting. I mean, you did not make it onto the team, but still to be there had to have been very exciting.
Oh yeah, I definitely had stars in my eyes for sure. I was surrounded by a lot of people that actually ended up being my future teammates when I was a part of the University of Georgia swim team. And so that was really cool. And I looked up to all of them, and then they ended up being some of my closest friends. So 2012 was a learning year for sure. It was not a year where I actually feel like I had big results there.
I mean, each year that you were in high school had its own unique footprint to it. Did you? I mean, you swam so many different events. Did you have your favorite one that you loved to just swim, and you knew that you just were going to be the favorite no matter what year it was in your career?
Definitely the 200 IM was my bread and butter. The 200 individual medley, I should say, for all the non-swimmers. But I did love the breaststroke as well.
Okay, and you have this state record in the 100 breaststroke. You said it your senior year, just a little over a minute. You still hold it. How happy are you still hold on to that one?
Well, it's kind of surprising because the kids that come up through swimming are so fast nowadays. But it's pretty cool to still have that one in my name. But yeah, that was an incredible year too.
Okay, and I've kind of mentioned you have those 7 state golds. Does any one of those 7 have a very special meaning, and can you maybe share that with us? Does one stand out above the others?
I think it was my freshman year. Don't hold me to that. It's when I broke 2 minutes in the 200 IM for the first time. And I don't know, it just didn't seem possible. And to do it, it was a really cool feeling. And I think that gold probably was one of the coolest ones.
All right. Are those displayed anywhere that you remember? Are they all up on a wall somewhere?
No, actually, I don't have like any of my awards anywhere. I just kind of, it's definitely an important part of my life, but they're somewhere. I think they might be in a box. But no, I just hold on to the memories more so than the material item.
In a box, 7 state gold medals. Oh, all right. Well, maybe we'll have to get a picture, get you to kind of roll those back out in like 2023 when it's like, okay. What would that be, like 10 years? 10 years after?
10 years, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. All right, so great high school career. Then you make the decision to go to Georgia for college. You show up, you're immediately part of a national championship in 2014. I mean, that's quite a freshman year for people. What was that like, and how good was that team?
The team is incredible. I will always say this, but I was such a small fish in a big sea, and I didn't realize that until after my freshman year. And I was certainly a part of the team for the national championship, but I didn't personally contribute any points to it. So I was very grateful to witness it and to be there at the meet to see it happen. But I wasn't able to contribute until my latter years. And that was also a really cool feeling.
2016, they were champs again, right?
Yeah. And that, I will carry that with me forever. That was an incredible meet in Atlanta. And every single person on that team came together. I don't think we had a single girl that didn't score. And that was one of the first times I saw an entire team work together like we did. It was really awesome.
Do you remember what team you beat that was in second place that year?
I believe it was Stanford, but don't quote me on
that.
I
won't. Sometimes people remember those things, so I just was curious about that. Do you remember or have a favorite memory from college? I mean, 2016 probably stands out, but is there like a really cool memory that you have that you'll probably never forget?
I think it's a tie between that national championship that we won because we were considered the underdogs. And then also the 2016 Olympic trials when we had, I think it was like 9 Georgia swimmers make the Olympic team. And I actually got to witness one of my best friends make it. And I was in the same final as her. And that was a really awesome, really great memory.
All right. I think I know who you're talking about. So here we go. When I say the name Olivia Smoliga, give me your immediate reaction.
She is an amazing human, and I'm so glad I got to spend a lot of my college years with her.
Right. So fill us in. Best friend, roommate, what was going on there?
Yeah, we were roommates together and best friends, and we lived together all 5 years, along with our other best friend, Rachel Zelinskis, who was a PA person as well. But that actually wasn't the person that I was in the final with. It was another girl named Melanie Margalis.
Oh, okay. Threw a curveball at me. I had read that Smoliga was one of your best friends, and she just happened to take home a gold medal in those Rio Olympics. She was part of the preliminary team in a relay that eventually won the gold. She wasn't in the gold medal race, but she was in the prelims. So that had to be pretty cool to watch her do that, right?
Yeah, it was amazing. And she is still continuing her swimming career as a professional, and she is doing amazing. All of her results have been phenomenal with the International Swim League that they've established. And it's super cool to see all of the Georgia professionals just absolutely doing amazing.
Okay, is she trying to get onto the 2021 Olympic team? Is that what you're saying?
I'm sure she is, absolutely.
What event? What event?
I'm not sure, honestly.
Okay.
Probably 100 backstroke.
Okay, awesome. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's switch back to you then, since this is the show about you. You talked about doing a little bit of coaching there. Do you have any ambitions of kind of moving up and being a head coach ever? And could we ever see you back here at Warwick coaching that team maybe?
I don't see myself really committing myself to a head coaching position in swimming. I think I really enjoy where I'm at right now. I coach the 13 and 14-year-olds, around then, some wiggle room in the ages, at our local club team here. But as of right now, no, I don't see myself coaching at a higher level. Swimming was my life for a very, very long time, but I have other passions and things that I pursue as well at this time.
Awesome. Well, you enjoy those. Enjoy life down in the South, down in Georgia. Congrats on being inducted into the Warwick Athletic Hall of Fame. How did that feel 2 years ago?
That was amazing. I unfortunately wasn't able to make it up there, but I mean, I certainly, if I could have said anything there, it would have been to thank my club coach, Casey Coble, because he was really 100%, I should say 95 with my parents, but he was the reason I am where I was, or where I was in swimming, for sure.
You were inducted in that class with one of my favorite Warwick athletes, Alyssa Manley, class of 2012. So a pretty nice class going in there. Emily, thank you so much for coming on Let's Talk, sharing those memories, chatting with us. First time we've had you on here. Can't thank you enough for all your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.